All right, what's up, Dirty Bird Nation Report? This is your hostess with not the mostest, Lethal Saint, and I am here with a special guest, Rock. Some of y'all already know him because I've seen that y'all follow this podcast. His name is Rock, and he is from What's Up Falcons podcast. Man, I've been trying to get him in here for a long time. Sent a DM last year, and he's finally here. It's almost like a year later. But we got him in here. What is up, Rock? What's going on? How have you been during this time? And tell the people about your podcast that have not heard about it yet.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to you because I didn't see your DM until, about a week ago.
It's all good.
I was in my messages and I saw a couple. You weren't the only one. I'm like, how did I miss this? So I'm like, man, this is from last year. So my apologies for that because we would have totally been on your show last year. So I'm sorry, I just didn't see it.
It's all good. We're here now.
All right, cool. But yeah, man, I'm Rock from the What's Up Falcons podcast. I have at least 3 or 4 other guys that's on the show with me. If y'all listen to the show, we have Q, we have Keeping It Sexy Al G, and we have Hoop, and we also have Aries Falcon. And Aries Falcon, he's a YouTuber as well. He started out listening to our show, and then he got in touch with us, and we just became friends. And now he's kind of like another host to our show, and he calls in from Oakland, I believe.
Oh wow!
Every show we've done with him. It's been about maybe 2 or 3 years with him, but we've actually had our podcast going. Man, we're going on about 7 years now, I believe.
Yeah, like when I started listening last year, I was like, almost 100. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know, man. It sneaks right up on you, man.
Man, it's crazy. Do y'all record weekly?
Well, up until last year, we just did it during the season,
mm-hmm.
and we would do like special shows during the regular season, like if we can get a retired player on, or the draft, or preseason, we might do something. But we did it like that. But last year, we got put onto a podcast network called Armchair All-American.
Mm-hmm.
And they changed their platform, or they got more advertisers in. And so part of the deal with that was to put out more content more frequently. So now we're having to do one at least, 2 or 3 times a month if we can,
Okay, yeah. That's cool. I was wondering, I was like, they're 157 now?
I think we have 159 that I hadn't put out yet, but
Yeah, y'all are rolling because we started just doing during the season after every game, and then maybe 4 shows during off season. But now we're just doing more because during this mess, this Corona stuff, we don't got nothing else to do. So
I know, man.
Just putting out content.
Exactly. Everybody's doing it, so we're trying to keep up.
Right. It's difficult, but hey, we don't got nothing to do, so let's do it. So, as everyone knows, it's off season. Well, actually, the first question that I didn't write down is, do you think we're going to have a season?
I just talked about that on a show that I did last Saturday. It was the Eminem's Morning Man podcast,
mm-hmm.
and I think we are. They're trying to figure out ways now to figure out how they can make it happen. So, I keep my fingers crossed. I don't know if it's going to be like any past season we've had, but I think some way they're going to figure something out.
Yeah, I think so too, because Goodell's like, I want my money. He's like, give me my money. But I'm a season ticket holder, and I'm trying to figure out. So what are we gonna do? Because I'm not going to the stadium. I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate being sick in general, so I damn sure ain't going to the stadium. So I'm like, y'all need to figure out something for us season ticket holders, like free NFL ticket package, you know, like something. So
yeah, there might be something, man. I know baseball's about to start up, and I guess we'll see how that goes, and maybe they'll take a hint from that, you know?
Yeah, because baseball is going to be the guinea pig for all sports. Like, okay, let's see what happens to y'all, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know, you know, me and all the other season ticket holders, some are trying to go, some aren't. We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
So, what did y'all, well, you could speak for your fellow host. What did y'all think about the uniforms?
Well, me personally, man, I thought they were fire. I love them. I already ordered my black, did I get Julio? I think I got Julio's jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I got the black one. I didn't get the real expensive one. I got the next one down.
Right. Me too. I was like, fuck that. I'm not paying $200. Like,
no, I was like, I can't do it. I can't. But no, I love them, man. And I like the different colors, the different variations of it. I even like the gradient one. That's probably my least favorite. But I like them all. I think they did a good job on the whole appearance. And I think the other guys, they like them too. We haven't really talked about that one as much, but I think we're all on the same page about that.
Yeah, I hate the gradient.
Oh, you do? Why you hate it?
I don't. It looks just so childish. And it's just so childish. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I like the all red. Like, why isn't there an all red? Like, I wouldn't mind the gradient as like a one game type. Ooh, look at this like new stuff that we brought out. But just to wear it like in general, like no, I want all red. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to buy the now old reds. So I got a Bryant and a Boscher, and I was like, you know, I just can't. I don't like it, and I don't like the white with the red pants.
Right.
I don't like that one either.
Right. Wow.
You know, I tried. You know, I was like, I was trying, but I was like, I can't. I wish we had silver pants.
It's still early.
It is.
You know?
That's what everybody's saying, but I keep looking at them and I'm like, no.
Oh,
no.
man. Like, I don't like it. No, ain't happening.
Yeah, but if we had white with silver pants, oh my God, that would have been fire.
Oh yeah.
But you know
what? I don't think they could have got it right either way. I think, you know, with the combination, you know, I think it would have been the same way. A lot of people will like it, a lot of people won't. You know, I don't think you can get it right to satisfy all the fans, though, you know?
That's true. That is very true. I don't know. Well, actually, I do know because people were like, Nike is trying to make new uniforms every few years. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Why? You know, they came up with all these different combinations. And then in a few years, I can stop hating on these red gradients because they'll be dead. When Nike comes out with something else. I'm like, but everything else is fire. The throwback uniform. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm in love.
Nice. Well, I can tell you one thing. I went on their store yesterday, and if you want a red jersey, they got them Freemans discounted. You better go ahead and get them.
They do. Oh man, do I want a Hooper jersey? I don't know if I want a Hooper jersey. I liked Hooper. Well, okay, I'm lying because people like called me out for it. I was talking mad shit about Hooper his first 2 years because he was just doing stupid shit.
He was.
Oh my God, I'll never forget when it was, I forgot who he played, but Hooper was surprised that he caught the ball. Do you remember that?
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the game, but I think I know what you're talking about.
He caught the ball and he like almost stopped.
Right.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? So that, and then when he wouldn't catch the ball with his hands, he always caught it with his chest and it would bounce out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'd be on here just cussing him out. Like,
That did piss me off.
so it took me to like year 3 and then to finally be like, okay, I like him now. But Freeman, I already have his jersey, but it is too big for me, so I might do a giveaway for that because it was like a men's small that was on sale, and I wear youth. I can fit into youth, large and extra large. Thank God, because I saved so much money. So I might get a Hooper. I might.
Okay.
I don't know, but hey,
he ain't Tony. He ain't Tony. I can tell you that.
He's not Tony now. He's not Tony G. Like I that's a jersey I don't have that I need to get from trying to save up and all the crap going on now. I'm like, I don't need to buy any more jerseys. I did get the Julio and Ridley, and
nice.
That is at my parents' house.
I couldn't do Ridley. I couldn't pull the trigger just yet, even though I like Ridley. I couldn't justify getting his jersey right yet,
Yeah. See, I got Ridley because it was him, Julio, and Ryan, I think, were the only ones available.
Yeah.
And we had the 50% off coupon. So I was like,
nice.
You know what? Fuck it. Let me just get 2 jerseys. And if Ridley ends up annoying the shit out of me, I'll sell it. Like, I was like, that's a
good thing you got that 50% off. Then I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, because I was like, when am I gonna get? I already have Ryan in black, and I want all Julio. So I want the white, the black, and the red. And I already have a red Julio. So I was like, let me just get the black, and then whenever the white comes out, I'll grab that one too.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so uniforms. Check.
One thing, I'm probably the only one off our crew who's going to get a jersey. They make fun of me for getting the jersey because we're older dudes, and they're like, "Man, you still wearing jerseys?" I'm like, "Around my house, I am."
Around the house, you know how many people wear those jerseys to the stadium?
I know. Oh
yeah. Yeah. Of all ages, no jersey shaming over here. We love jerseys. Well. Josh, he doesn't wear jerseys like that, but he wears more like shirts and stuff. But yeah, wear your jersey. Be proud. Jerseys are fucking awesome, and they're so breathable and comfortable.
Exactly.
So
Here.
Yeah, we love jerseys. No jersey shaming, people. Shit.
Indeed.
So we had the draft virtually.
Yeah, we did.
Yep, it was some crazy stuff that happened with girlfriends during the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, wow. Ooh, y'all were a mess. Right, don't touch my phone. Like, get off my son. Like, wait a minute, what is happening? It was
like,
crazy.
The clock is ticking on you.
That's what it was like. It was all these moms were like, you're about to go. No money for you. Get out of here. I hope we have virtual drafts from now on because I would love to see that more in the future because it was just too funny. You don't see that, when they're all together. Like, let's just keep having virtual drafts. So our draft was to me, I gave it a B. It was surprisingly decent. That's what I thought, and most people thought. So what did you think of the draft, and especially the number 1 pick and the fight that we had with Shanahan, pretty much, who stole our guy?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll start with the pick. It was an unusual pick and not expected. I just sworn up and down they were going to try to move up. And who knows, they did tried to move up, but they couldn't get the deals done. But I'll put it like this: my next door neighbor, he saw me the next day and asked me what I thought of the draft. I'm like, it was okay, wasn't the best draft, but after sitting on it for a little bit, kind of not upset with it. He's like, Terrell is horrible, man. And he's like, he's horrible. He gets burned all the time, and he sent me a video of him getting burned by somebody. But I guess it was an Auburn game or whatever. He's like, I can't believe you guys picked him up. And I'm like, there's got to be something going on. But then I've heard more information that he's actually really not that bad of a player. And he's similar to Trufant, but an upgrade, which I hope,
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Exactly. But for a number one pick, since we couldn't get, I know we wanted the kid from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's what I was hoping we would get. But, of course, Shanahan cuts us off at the knees again,
I hate that guy with a passion. I really do.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I hate him with a passion. Yeah. It's like I didn't know who we were gonna get, but I was like, I won't be surprised if it's something crazy because last we went with the wide receiver in the first round and then the offensive lineman in the first round. And I'm like, cornerback, I'm like, all right, I don't know much about the kid, but I guess. And I heard on y'all's show, someone said, what'd they say? Oh, someone said they hope that he's not a pet project.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
A project player, yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of that too. We had enough of Vic.
Right.
Now we're doing it with Tack and who else? Probably a few people. I just can't remember the names off the top of my head. Tack's just the most recent with this crap he's been pulling. But yeah, I hope he's not a pet project either. He, I don't know. He seems to be fine. PFF said he didn't. What the hell did they say? Oh, he didn't allow like more than 60 plus yards.
Right.
So I was like, all right, he seems okay, but I'm scared of the young cornerback core that we have.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm scared of that. I'm tired. I'm just tired, and I want my ring.
I know. I want the ring that Robert Kraft's is trying to sell. That should be our ring. Right.
I'm like, oh, golly.
Like he would be trying to auction off that just to dig it in one more time,
Right.
28 to 30. I'm like, come on, man.
Because he hates us. But other people in the draft, what's his name? Marlon Davidson?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I'm in love. Like the guy's a monster. A whole monster. And him and Grady on the field would just be like, oh my goodness.
He's pretty nasty, right?
Yeah, he's nasty. He's nasty.
See, we need that, We've had that reputation of being soft, wholesome guys. That's the way Arthur kind of runs the ship. But nobody was afraid of us, man. And we need nasty players. And it seems like now that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pick up some nasty players that got, as they say, that dog in them or whatever, and we need that.
Right. We need it bad. And speaking of this line, what in the world do you think is going on with Sanat?
I don't know. They hadn't really did a lot with him. I know that much. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to keep him or that I don't know. I just know that they, I guess it's a waste of a pick, or I don't know. I didn't get any kind of intel about why they're not playing him as much and really trying to use them to what they can use them for. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know if he's still going to be on the team when it actually starts.
Yeah, it's crazy because his rookie year, he did pretty well.
Right. Yeah.
And then last year, it was just nothing. Like, they didn't say it was a health issue, a personal issue. He was just absent.
Yeah, I mean, see, we had coaching issues, and that's our biggest thing, if you ask me. And I think it could have been a coaching issue, and he got just lost in the shuffle with it, because we had major problems last year, and I don't think anybody knew what to do. I think DQ, they were just trying to figure it out week after week. So who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he can come back and play because he did pretty well. Right. But, I mean, if not, we got this guy. We got Marlon. It's just weird that the organization doesn't tell us something like this. Like, it's really weird. It's one thing if he was a bad player, but he wasn't. So, yeah, that's weird. Other than the draft, we got the kicker, which is like, okay, another kicker. Like,
well, that was a head scratcher for me. I'm like, why waste a pick on a kicker?
That's what I'm like, because Koo has more than proven himself.
I agree.
And they're gonna get me for this, but I have always been a Matt Bryant stan. Like, I love that man. So
you're not alone.
When everything happened the first time, I just went off. You know what I'm saying? I was like cussing everybody out. I went off. He came back. I was like, hell yeah. And then he got injured doing 50+ yardage. Yeah. And then people started attacking me. And of course, I was cussing him out because I'm like, nope, he's like almost 50, doing 50 yarders, trying to save this team for no reason. And then Koo came along, and I was hating. So I was like, fuck Koo. He's not Matt Bryant, Matt Bryant is my guy. Like, that is the guy, the best player on the team. And Koo's proven himself. I still don't like him wearing number 7, but
Well, I feel the same way. My wife she's not really into sports or football that much, but she does like watching the Falcons with me and a group of our friends, and her favorite player was Matt Bryant. So he could do no wrong. So, we were huge supporters, but, I think they did him wrong, for one.
They did.
They did him totally wrong. And for number 2, Tavecchio, I didn't like him from the absolute beginning. I heard an interview with him that he did on 92.9 The Game, and he came out as arrogant as what. And I'm like, I don't like this guy. He hadn't done anything, and boom, see what happens. He lost his job.
Yep.
Before the season even started.
That's right. Because fuck him.
No, Tavecchio, no.
Right. So.
Go back to Italy, dude.
Right. Like, get out of here, man. What they trying to call him the meatball or whatever. Get out of here. Yeah, they did my man wrong.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of people wrong. And get on my nerves. I don't know why I'm still a fan of this team, but here we are.
It's hard. It's very hard. It is, what's harder to being a fan is hard defending it,
Oh, man. It is. Unless someone says something like really, really stupid.
Right.
Then I'm like.
Usually Saints fans.
Yeah. Saints fans, and then like Michael Vick fans.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, shut up, and then I go after him. I'm just like, I love Vic. Vic is what made me a Falcons fan.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I didn't know football. I wasn't into football and stuff. And then my dad was like, watch football with me. And I was like, fine, whatever. And he was like, you got to pick a team. And I was like, what the hell? What do you mean pick a team? And I was in love with Larry Fitzgerald at the time. I was like, this guy is awesome. And then he took me to a Falcons game when Vic was playing, and it was over.
Right.
And that was it. I'm like, all right, Falcons fans for life. Woo! But I'm like, dude, he wasn't good. He was good, but he wasn't. Like, he's look, the man put on a show. That's it.
Yeah, Vic was too much a head case. And what I mean by that is it was all about him. He didn't put the team first, and which goes by his antics from getting busted at the airport with weed in the drink thermos or whatever, and of course the notorious dog fighting. And if you're going to risk, your time to shine and to be the quarterback and to be the savior of the city and everyone loved you, and risk that kind of thing, man, it's like, I mean, I do believe in, forgiving everybody, but like, you just blew a prime opportunity, man.
Right. He did. But he served his time, and he came back and they redeemed himself. I still love him, but y'all just got to stop with if we would win a Super Bowl with him. No.
Oh my God. That's cute. Say that to Q. He keeps bringing Vic up all the time. Like, dude, Vic is over.
Right.
Get it. It's over.
Over, my friend. Over.
We have Matt Ryan, who actually got us to a Super Bowl. So
yes.
Enough of the Vic.
Yes, please. So, Koo's got my man's number.
Yeah.
That makes me angry. But Koo's proven himself. So the point of having another kicker, drafting another kicker, using a whole pick on a kicker who can do the same thing, but they say, oh, he does the same thing, but sort of different. I'm like, whatever.
What does that mean?
Right. It's just mind-boggling. That was the only, that was the only pick where I scratched my head like, y'all would find a way to falcon this draft up.
Exactly. And that's exactly what they did. Even where everything's on the line with this draft. Jobs for DQ and Thomas, which I'm sure we'll go into a little later.
Oh, yeah.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, yeah, that's it. I'm like, it's a head scratcher. And why?
Right, exactly.
Why are you doing that? So real quick, before we get into DQ and TD, so Tack is off social media now.
Thank God. Thank God.
That was
he's out of the city.
Insane. Like, I can't even remember right now why the attack started for Tack, but during the season, he was mad at the fans for attacking him, and then started liking stuff the Cowboys did and like wanting to, go to the Cowboys since it was like trade talks or whatever.
Right.
And fans just got pissed off, and they've been attacking him ever since.
So, he asked for it.
He did.
And my thing with Tack is, all right, dude, we all saw your big talk on draft night.
Mm-hmm.
You came up there with your picture of grandmama, whatever, in the gold frame, and that was nice and touching. And you're crying, you're upset, cursing. We saw that. We thought the passion was there. We're like, oh, this dude's gonna be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I actually said that when he picked him and he started doing it, I think I might have put it on Twitter. I put the little gift of the little kid that's standing there and kind of look to the side like, what the hell did we just do? It's like a little fat kid.
Oh, yeah.
When you start cursing, I kind of put that out like, uh-oh, what did we just do? But Tack, that shoulder injury he had before went from college, I think that's his biggest Achilles heel that he's had with us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's ever healed right. He's had 2 surgeries or maybe 3 already on it. And I'm over the tack thing. I mean, I love his passion. You know, I didn't like his off the field stuff, his social media stuff, the crazy stuff he pulled in LA when they called the cops on him or whatever. I'm like, I'm over that, dude. You're pretty much being all dramatic, but you're not producing the way a number 1 draft pick should produce. So to me, he's another Vic Beasley.
Woo! Yeah, that's what the streets have been saying too.
Yeah.
Now, some people, I forgot exactly who. I want to say Aaron Freeman from the Locked On Falcons podcast was saying, I think it was him. Don't get me wrong. People don't start attacking me. Was saying that he will flourish with Dante Fowler being on the other side. They think he will. Yeah, he flourishes better when there's a vet on the other side of him. So, what do you think?
Well, same thing happened with Vic. You know, when we had Freeney there with him, Vic had, led the league in sacks and made it, a Pro Bowl. He was a Pro Bowler. I think that was 2016. But after that, back to life, back to reality. But Tack hasn't even got the numbers that Vic got, So I'm like, Tack, whatever. I'm over it, man. So I don't think he's going to flourish this year. He may, if he's lucky, he may get like 4 or 5 sacks. But I think he's going after this year.
Dang. Yep, it's a prove it or shut up year. And we did a blog post about, 5th year, who we've picked up in the 5th year previously, like Neil, Vic, picked up their options and look at what it's gotten us basically. So y'all should read about that blog post. I'll put that link in the description to our website so y'all can see more about that and what the 5th year option actually means, because a lot of y'all were confused by it. So read that and then come talk to us. So the biggest thing about this team, the biggest problem, besides the front office, is DQ, TD, and Dirk.
Has it been Cutter?
Yep. Dirk friggin' Cutter.
Yeah.
How much faith do you have in these guys?
Cutter, I have 0. Been there, done that. He's as vanilla as he was when he was here with Mike Smith. He's not creative at all. We know he's pass happy. He loves throwing the ball. He has nothing of a running game and no creativity at all. So I don't even know why they brought him back, actually. But DQ, I'm a DQ guy, but this year is totally DQ. You got to get it right. You got to get it right. You screwed up big last year. And I'm glad Arthur didn't let him go, but even though everyone thinks he should have, but I think the only reason that they did is because he got us so close. And I think he tried so hard to make it work last year that he kind of got into his own way.
Mm-hmm.
And he also tried to force a defense similar to what he was used to with Seattle. And it wasn't working. Getting these, this fast and physical thing didn't really work with the guys that he had. And I don't think the football IQ with our players, defensive players, is the same as Richard Sherman, the Legion of Boom.
Right.
Prime example, Campbell. When DQ was calling the Devondre Campbell looked lost out there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest issue with DQ was he waited too long to just, to give up coaching the defense. If he had did it by game 4 or 5, we possibly could have made it to the playoffs. So, I'm waiting on him to show it to me this year too. I think the first few games I'll make up my final decision about DQ. As far as Thomas goes, Thomas gave us some good players. He gave us Julio. He gave us Matt. But I think it's time, even if we go to the Super Bowl, I think it's time to change with the GM. That's just my personal thought.
Oh yeah. I agree. Our defense was a couple of years ago when everybody on defense got injured.
Yeah, exactly.
They started falling like flies one by one.
Right.
It was just like, all right, who got first? I think it was Neil or something, Trufant,
right.
Debo, and then Allen. When all of them left, you could tell that only those few players could pretty much lead. They were like the lead on the defense. Like they had all the defensive knowledge because as soon as they all left, the defense completely fell apart.
Yeah.
Like no coach could actually bring it together. And it's like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are you coaches doing that we have to have these few people on the field to make the defense work?
Right.
That was just mind-boggling to me. And I was like, okay, this is stupid. Like, y'all need to figure out how to coach.
Exactly. And the other thing that only I heard a few people bring us, especially you talking about all the injuries we had that year. Why didn't they look at the strength and conditioning staff? Because, have that many players go down in one season, what weren't they doing?
I had to stop myself from screaming because that year I yelled on every single episode, calling our medical staff and our strength and conditioning coaches raggedy.
Right.
Because
big time raggedy.
Let me tell you, when Neil injured himself that first time, right?
Yeah.
My boys in my group chat, one of them is he drives ambulance. He does the ambulance stuff, like paramedic. That's what it's called. He does that. He immediately said Neil tore his ACL as soon as it happened, right? And I'm like, you're lying. No way. Right. Neil comes back out. Right. And then it's found out it was his ACL. So I'm like, my boy here watching on TV tells me that it's the ACL. Why can't our medical staff see that and stop him from going back in?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding? I'm just thinking about it. And then it was just like every time, okay, someone else. What is happening? What is up with strength and conditioning? What's up with the medical staff? Why is everyone raggedy? Like, this is horrible. Horrible. So I hate them. The medical staff and strength and conditioning, I despise them with a passion.
I did hear that, one quick thing and we can go on. I did hear that they did bring in another team to help with nutrition. So hopefully getting those players on a good diet, a necessary diet where, every part, is more stronger. They're eating the right things. They're improving their bodies will help a little bit with any kind of injuries that, like we've had in the past.
Oh, I hope so. But I have no faith because Arthur, love him, appreciate the new stadium, all that stuff.
Right.
But you are letting this team Just you're letting these people do whatever they want to. Okay, so we go back to Quinn.
Okay.
Quinn brings in his little friend, Sark.
The Yalki.
Yeah, like you let him bring this man in for what? You let freaking Shanahan sign a new deal before the Super Bowl. What was that? What was that? And then allegedly he loses the playbook. Like
that was like
you let the man scam himself into getting a new quarterback. I will forever say Super Bowl 51 was a scam. Shanahan made a deal with the Pats for Jimmy. You can't change my mind.
Never haven't heard that one.
Nobody can change my mind. And then he pulled free when he saw that we were getting close to winning. He was like, I'm pulling free so I can get Jimmy to be my quarterback. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Nobody can ever change my mind, and I would tell my grandkids this and have them tell the great-grandkids forever. Okay?
What about when Free didn't pick up a block?
Oh my God. I hate when people do that. They're acting like they really act like Free was on defense and let them score all those points afterwards.
No, no, not that. But I'm like, it was pretty blatant. You know, I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but Free.
I am.
I hear you.
So with that, and then DQ brought in his friend, and then the whole Vic Beasley thing when Quinn was like, oh yes, so I know Vic Beasley is bad. Like I know he's gotten very bad, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work with him one-on-one. He told us all this stuff. Then what happens? Right. Vic shows him his butt cheeks. And he's like, no. And then, it was just like all that stuff is lies, and all Dan Quinn does is tell lies. Like, I can't listen to his press conferences. I stopped listening after 2016 because everything was a lie. Oh yeah, we're gonna start doing that and doing this and doing that. Nothing's happened.
Yeah, it's hard. It was hard to listen to him after a while, and it's just like, dude, you're saying the same thing. Show some emotion, man. We all can see what's happening. Get pissed off. Just that would just help the fan base at all to know that they know that you care that and you're pissed off like we are. But it never came across that way.
Ever. There's never, ever. And then this last season, right, you basically said, oh, yeah, so my ego got in the way. I thought I was a better coach. I wasted, I'll say 7 because we won the Philly game thanks to Julio, Matt and Julio. But 7 games, my ego was in the way, and I thought I was great. Arthur never stepped in to be like, what are you doing? So you just wasted our last season for what? And Arthur decides to still bring them back. I'm like, he admitted to us that he purposely wasted our season for his ego, to stroke his own ego, and you decide to bring him back.
I tell you, I was driving down to Florida after the season, well, right before our last game against the Bucks, and I heard Arthur on the radio, and when he said that he's going to bring Quinn Black back because he thought that, that the turnaround was good. He still believes in Quinn, and to see how the rest of the season goes. But I think he had already made up his mind by then to give him one more year. But I think it had a lot to do with, I know everyone kept saying, who are you going to get? I don't think Arthur was ready to throw away everything that they built up to make that Super Bowl run just yet, unless Quinn kept losing last year, Mm-hmm. I think he was looking for anything he could to justify bringing him back.
I mean, I was like, I kind of get it because, like, people said, who's gonna be the replacement or whatever. But I guess they had a nice little chat, and Quinn was like, "I'm not gonna let my ego get in the way this time."
Right.
And I don't know.
And then Arthur said, "Well, I'm going to make sure of that."
Right, because you're out of here if you don't get right.
Well, he elevated Rich McKay, who I've nicknamed the Enforcer. I think he's going to be Arthur's iron fist as far as every move, everything that they do, and he's going to be more hands-on. And you can kind of tell he was in the over the draft as well. And I think that Arthur didn't really want to do that, but I think Rich McKay has no problem doing that. So I think with that added pressure over DQ and Thomas, and by them just cutting players, like they're just cutting throats. They cut Vic Beasley's throat like it was embarrassing for Vic.
They bring you to do that.
Exactly. They didn't even wait. They're like, yeah, we will not be. We wish him well, and it's over. But we'll see. They have a lot to do this year. One quick question I want to ask you about that is that what do you think has to happen in order for DQ to keep his job for the pre-2021? As far as how far does the team have to go?
So the first thought that came to my mind, of course, is win a Super Bowl. But I think that's the first thought in everybody's mind for him to stay. But if we do make the playoffs and at least win 2 games without being in the wild card, because they added that extra game for whatever reason. Well, we know more money. They added a game for more money. Yeah, if we make it in the real playoffs, no wild card, to win 2 games, I think they'll keep him.
Because I know Arthur said that he expects to be in the playoffs, but I think he needs to expect for us to win our division and to go deep in the playoffs. That's what I would expect.
Yeah. Well, I think deep, but I'm like realistically with the way Arthur's been, letting him slide, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, all right, we won 2 playoff games, and he's like, okay, we'll try another year.
Oh my God, if he does that.
Like, I just won't be surprised. I can't, like I used to be like, oh yeah, all like positive and stuff. But now I'm like, okay, realistically, what's the Falconiest thing that we will do? Because that's what you have to expect with this team. It's just like, all right, what in the world? What's the worst possible situation that's gonna happen? That is what it's gonna be.
But see, like you, prime example, you are a season ticket holder.
Ugh.
So a lot of you guys are really pissed off. So I would think that he will listen to you guys,
He doesn't. He doesn't at all. Like, the craziest thing, getting fans in their seats before the game starts.
Yeah.
Like, so, the stadium. Have you been to the stadium?
I have not been in that stadium yet. I'm sorry to say.
It's okay. I haven't been to many. I've probably been like 5 games in the stadium, but that's it. I just sell the rest. So the stadium is meant for people to not be in their seats.
Right. Yeah.
It is. People need to get over it, because if I want to go hang out with my friend and drink some beer, who's all the way across, to the other side, it takes a good 15 minutes, honestly, to get around the stadium.
Oh wow!
Like it's that big.
I know my best friend, he actually runs audio there for the Falcons games, and he talks about how great it is and how amazing it is, and so I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah, it's great. If you want to kick it with your friends, but you got to understand the state is so big and tickets are so expensive that your friends are most likely not going to be sitting next to you.
Right.
So people hang out and people are like, okay, they send out these surveys and they're like, what can we do to put butts in seats before the game? And then you tell them, everybody's giving them kind of the same ideas, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we set up a drum line outside of the stadium, only on one side where most people don't tailgate at, to go through that tailgate where nobody is at and try to lead a whole train of people into the stadium behind a drum line and some people with posters like saying "Rise Up," and that'll get them in their seats. What the hell? Like, it doesn't work. It does not work. I have seen it, and they're sitting there. The drum lines is going. People are like, "Yeah, rise up, right?" And everybody's looking at them like they're crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying home watching it. 72 injured.
They don't listen to us. We're just like, here's all these ideas. They're like, oh, we're gonna have a little concert. Oh, the cheerleaders are gonna be doing this little thing before the game, and Freddie Falcon is gonna hit this drum, and that'll make everybody get in their seats before the game. No, we're not 12. Like, what? We don't care. They don't listen to us when it comes to anything, especially make the season tickets less money. They're not doing that. So yeah, they don't listen to us at all. They don't care. They're just doing whatever they want, doing their own thing, and I guess the United is making up for the costs that they're losing with the Falcons fans.
But you would think, though, the embarrassment that we tend to do on a regular, that's the only thing we're consistent at doing. If you check it out, is embarrassing ourselves on national television.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
And I've cut off a few games myself. I'm not watching this.
Right.
So last on our list to talk about is this new development today where Dirk, this dummy, gets on, I don't know what he was doing, one of those conferences that I stopped watching because everything's stupid.
Right.
He says basically he's not sure about the health of Todd Gurley. And Falcons Twitter lost their minds about it. Because, in all honesty, dude, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Like, what? You're supposed to be like, oh yeah, everything's fine. You're not supposed to be like, oh yeah, we paid him whatever $3 million and we have no idea about his health status.
Right. Well, I don't believe that. I believe he's just blowing smoke up our butts because you can't tell me where everything's on the line this year and they're making moves left and right, serious moves, that they're going to just pick up Todd Gurley, not knowing about if he's healthy enough to play an entire season with us. Granted, I know his role will not be as big as Freeman's role was. I think he's going to be a situation. He's going to get us that one extra down that we need, that 1 inch we need. And he can also be like a receiver in a way, and he can block. So I think they may use him more as that. But as far as a full running back, I don't think that's what they're planning on doing with him. I mean, we got the other three backs. We got Ito, Hill, and what's it, Alderson, Quadre Alderson or whatever?
Yeah. However you say his name. I mess it up all the time too.
With those three guys, I think with those three guys and Todd Gurley, I think we're good at running back. So I don't think they're going to go back to having like what we used to have with like Michael Turner and I think Freeman was the last of something similar to that. And, I'm not going to bring up that one guy up, Jackson. I'm not going to bring that up.
Mr. Tiptoe, that's what I called him. Mr. Tiptoe, because he'd always get the ball and do that tiptoe thing before he moved.
He gets nowhere.
It drove me crazy.
I saw him at a Hawks game one night when he was here, and I mean, look at him out here on the sideline. He needs to be somewhere practicing, not at the damn Hawks game.
Right.
He didn't hear me. I didn't say it loud. He's still a big dude, so I'm not crazy.
Right. Not trying to get beat up at a Hawks game on national television.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think everyone is pretty much on the same page of Todd Gurley is not about to be another 1,000-yarder. Like I've seen some people talk about he's probably gonna get 1,600, and I'm like, okay, y'all are tripping right now. Like, have you seen our offensive line? Like,
right.
like,
Exactly.
Hello. What are y'all talking about? But he's gonna definitely make an impact. I hope his knee is good. Yeah. I think everybody hopes his knee is good. But my other concern with the running back, speaking of the running backs, is, well, first of all, I feel bad for Hill because we signed that man and then we cut that man and then we practice squad that man and then we sign him again. He's just in a whole roller coaster with us. And I just be feeling so bad. I'm like, can y'all stop playing with the man's emotions? Like, y'all always keep him around, but y'all keep moving him up and down and up and down. His poor pay is probably just all over the place. But with these three guys, my biggest concern is their injuries.
Yeah. Like
now, every one of them is injured, has had a significant injury.
I don't know about Hill.
Yeah, that's my only question mark is Hill. I don't remember if Hill, but the other two, and now we brought on another guy with, a knee problem.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I mean, we seem to be, good at doing that, but, I guess they're like rolling the dice with that, They're like, well, they all can't be injured at once, right?
Man, we thought that, was it last year? And then they all got injured, and it was just like, wow. This sucks.
Yeah. But hey, we'll see. That's all we can really do, man. We can just wait and see, and hopefully that they got it right this year. And we do have talented players on this team, though. I will admit that. And they are capable of playing better than they did the first part of last year, which we saw going towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think with coaching, that's my thing. I think it's really coaching. I think if they can get coaching together, I think that we can make a pretty good run and almost get back. I mean, I'll go ahead and admit our Super Bowl window is shut. I mean, we're going to have to force it back open,
Yeah.
At this point. But we have the talent. I truly believe we have the talent.
We do. We have the talent. The problem is coaching.
Yeah.
And injuries. And I don't know what to say about our offensive line. Like, I have no words with that. Like, we signed a couple people. Oh, yeah. God. Now I just remembered. We signed a guy with the heart condition.
Yeah. But on his defense, when he came back, when they let him play, he did pretty well.
He did. He's a beast.
Yeah.
However, he has a heart condition.
It's just
scary.
That's scary.
Anytime You know, he could be like, okay, I can't play today. You know, like that's my only thing. I'm like, he's a beast, but at any moment, he might have to sit out, and it could be a wild card game. It could be all right. You know, we gotta look. If we lose this game, we won't make the playoffs, and he can't play. That's just my thing. I'm like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
That's it.
Because it's true, and it's like I can't even really rebuttal it because we saw, Tack came in with an injury, and we, 3 surgeries later, and
yes. Oh goodness, I don't know what we're gonna do.
This team, man. This team.
And it's like every time I think about it, I'm like, all right, no more DQ and TD, but whoever's next could be worse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh gosh.
Exactly, man. It could be a lot worse. And I don't know. I just think we should have kept Matt LaFleur since we had him in the house instead of letting him walk. And now he's going to be the head coach of Green Bay. And LaFleur was right under Shanahan. So he saw what worked with this offense. And we go back to Dirk Cutter. That's a big head scratcher for me.
Right. It's insane. I don't know what this team is doing. Right. I'm just here. I'm just here.
We're just here to watch them in our new jerseys.
Right. In the new jerseys. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm excited to see my jersey. It's at my parents. Oh, yeah. It's at my parents. I'm going to go next week up there, quarantine, before visitation and all that, and see my beautiful new jerseys. I hope they are as nice as they seem. I did get a notification while we were talking. My father's jersey has been delayed. So I know a lot of y'all out there have not gotten your jerseys, and it's probably gotten a delay. So sorry about that. I know a lot of y'all had hope, especially after I was like, I got my jersey, and a few of us got our jerseys. Oh, yeah, yours is probably going to be on a delay too. And again, I want everyone to stop being mad at the delay because other countries are on actual lockdowns.
Right,
okay?
Right.
And we are not. So.
And look, I'm part of that delay, when I even bought mine, they said I hope not to expect it until June. So I thought everybody wasn't getting it there, but now I'm finding out that you got yours.
I did. I got mine too. A few people got theirs, but mine was kid size.
Oh, okay.
So that, and then I think I've seen Matt Ryan in adult small. And I think I saw one adult medium, but it's only been the black ones.
Okay.
There is the black cheap ones, the ones that we got, the black cheap ones. And there is a white floating around that Todd Gurley posted, but it's fake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can tell it's fake. I called the guy out for it. He hasn't responded, but I was like, dude, you can glance at it, and it looks like a white Hanes t-shirt with patches on it.
What?
Yeah, it's so bad. And I'm like, I can't even believe Gurley retweeted that because I'm like, I was literally scrolling, like, you put your finger and you, and I was like,
You know what? I did see that picture.
Yes, yeah. It's horrible. Like I have a fake tack in red because I was mad at the Falcons and I was not sending them any money. So I got a fake tack in red. And it is way better. It's great quality.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd have to look real hard to tell it was fake. Like really, really hard. But that I was scrolling and I was like, fake jersey. I scrolled back up and I was like, this is fake. So yes, we gotta be patient, everyone else, real lockdowns, not working. So
exactly.
They'll come before August, I hope.
Exactly. Yeah, I think they should, man. I think they should. I even ordered a Falcons face mask that's not even here yet. So.
Oh, I did see those. I got my face mask off Etsy before they did the, all the teams are like, oh, look, we're doing face masks now too. I was like, well, I already got one. It's got the retro logo off Etsy. So if you look up like retro Falcons mask on Etsy, it'll come up. It's got the retro. It's pretty cool. So yeah, everyone, first of all, thank you so much for coming on. All of your information, your podcast information will be in every description box. So we're on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, all that crap. It'll be in the description box below. So y'all really need to check them out. All right. Definitely. Check out their podcasts. You can send me all your Twitters too, or Instagrams and stuff, and I'll put that below so they can follow all you guys.
Will do.
We really appreciate you for coming on, even though it's just one of each of us. Everyone's busy. Thank you so much. This has been great, and we are definitely gonna have to do this again.
Oh yeah. We definitely want to do it again. I want you have a chance. You and your guys have a chance to talk. Me and my guys, and we, like I said, we just love it. We love to have fun with it. We try not to take it too serious, but we just Falcon fans that love to talk about the Falcons and have fun. So if you like that and you like comedy, but mixed in with all that, definitely check us out at the What's Up Falcons podcast.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you, they're going to do it because that's all we are. You know what I'm saying? We joke around. I'm on here cussing people out, and people are entertained by that. Joking around. We get a little serious. We just like having fun. Stats, we only have one guy, and he's like numbers, stats, 3-4, nickel, all that shit. That's him. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of us, we're learning it a little bit as he's talking, but we're just just fans talking about the team. So thank you so much again for coming on.
No problem.
We're gonna do this again during this time, and everybody needs to be safe out here. Please don't do anything stupid.
Don't go out there in the streets doing donuts and twerking on top of cars and all that mess, man. It ain't safe out here yet, y'all.
It ain't. And if you get the virus because you're being stupid, I'ma just roast you. I'm gonna throw up a prayer, but I'm gonna roast you at the same time because, come on, people.
You don't want that smoke, so don't do it.
Yeah, you don't want this. Look, they know I'm crazy. Listen, we're not even gonna talk about pre-2016 me on Twitter because I was bad. That was a time.